Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So in this video today I'll be doing something a little bit different from what I usually do. So while I clean, I'll be doing a Q&A section. I'll be answering some questions about myself generally. It's just like get to know me, get to know who Gina Space is. So these questions are going to be based around my childhood, my relocation, and a lot of other related and personal matters. So don't go away, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so first question. So permit me, I would use English and Pidgin. Where dim fits. So my name is Georgina Adedeji. That's my full name. Yes, I know it shock you, Abby. I'm Yoruba. Well, I don't look like Yoruba, but yes, of course, I'm Yoruba. My name is Georgina Adedeji, and I grew up in Warri, Delta State. Yes, Warri, Delta State. So that is that about me. And what again do I have to say about myself? So I have plenty siblings, so yes, plenty brothers and plenty sisters. Well, I'm the first of all of them. That's my bragging rights. Yes, so I went to my secondary school. I attended Warri City College. I attended a lot of secondary school, funny enough, but the one I graduated from, like the one I got my WAEC from, was from Warri City College. Then afterwards, I attended Auchi Polytechnic. I did SPAT. That's a word. Like, it's a 3 years program. I did mass communication. Then afterwards, I did direct entry, and I entered Benson Daosa University, where I studied political science. And that is that for that. Of course not. Aside living in Warri majority of my life, most of my life, I schooled in Bini, which was out of Warri. And after schooling, during NYSC, I was posted to Benue State, Makurdi to be precise. But after the camp, what's it called? Relocate, or there's a word they use, I forgot it. I transferred to Abuja, where I stayed for a couple of months. I did some jobs there. Then afterwards, I think in 2020, I moved over to Lagos, where I finally stayed for about 2 years before jackpotting out of Nigeria. So those are the places I stayed before relocating to UK. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making This relocating journey has many stories to tell. Well, I'll just make it as brief as possible. First thing first, I never intended to fully stay here in the UK. Like, I just wanted to come in for my master's. So after my undergraduate program, after I relocated to Lagos to start work, I was working with a company, and then I've always had this idea, like I've always known it in me that I would come over to the UK for my master's, because I've always loved education. I've always loved to go to school, so I've always known that I would do my master's. So I wanted to go to Lagos Business School for my master's for an MBA program, but as luck would have it, I did not pass the NMAT, abi is GMAT, abi is NMAT, NMAT exams. So after failing that exam, I decided to just apply to the UK, to schools in the UK for a master's program. Well, the journey hasn't really been smooth. It was a lot of ups and downs. And that was the same period dollar went very high. Like I said earlier, I didn't have the intentions to stay. I just wanted to have a master's program so I can further equip myself with more qualification and apply for a better positions. So when I started the process in one of my videos, I remember I mentioned that I did everything myself, the whole process, so I could have the experience and everything. So I did the application, the admission, the everything, visa, what is it called, tuberculosis test, TB test, biometrics and everything. And finally I submitted my passport, because our school, after getting the admission, our school created a platform for everybody to pass that information and ask questions. And we had a team leader who was working with the school directly, that was also telling us what to do and what not to do. So people were getting their passports after they submitted, and mine took about 4 months to come out. I had already given up that, see, I beg, the problems were just too much. Number one, dollar rate went high. Number two, they stopped this what is it called, where you want to use a bank, Form A. They stopped this Form A process, so I could not even use the Form A. I had to pay ×2 of what people were paying using Form A to pay. And then my passport did not come out. I had to call the school, call the embassy, call UKVI. After plenty trouble here, and then they later wrote to me that wanting, blah blah blah. Apparently there was a mix-up. My passport was just kept somewhere. To God be the glory. After plenty prayers and everything, my passport came, and it came very late, about October, and school had already started by September. I even thought I was going to miss out on the admission because they already started learning. So finally my passport came in. Even the flight I booked ahead, because I booked my flight for September, I booked it like 3 months ahead. I missed it because my passport was having issues of delay. So when it came, they sent an apology that they were just an oversight and the rest. So my passport came, and I booked another flight within 2 days, and I spent a lot of money booking that flight because it was a very short notice, but I was grateful the passport came. And finally I moved to the UK. I didn't even buy a lot of stuff. You see people buying and preparing, and then because of the way everything went, I already removed my mind that I was even coming again because of the delayed passport. And so when it came, I just had a couple of days, less than 2-3 days, to just prepare myself, buy the ticket, buy a few things, say goodbye to my family, and here I am. To God be the glory. Advice whether to come to the UK or not. This one is kind of well, I can't really say I can tell you to come or not to come to the UK. It all depends on you. If you have the capacity, you have the means, why not? Give it a try. There's no harm in trying. But if you don't, then it's not worth killing yourself for, I would say, because to be honest, it's not all that glitters that is good. Actually, that is just the honest truth. But I would leave it at that. And if you have any questions that you would want to ask me, feel free to drop it at the comment section, and I would answer it on my next video. But before I go, look at those beautiful rainbow. Whenever I see rainbow like this, I am so happy because it reminds me of the promises of God. Take a look at the rainbow. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Do well to like, subscribe, share, and drop questions, and I'll answer them. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye. I wanna kiss you before